G'day guys, welcome to another episode of Dingle DIY. I'm Rob Dingledye, and today we are working in Balnarring, working on the farmhouse here. So it's been about 6 months since I was here last. Last episode we built a railway sleeper path from the house, past the pool and into the bushland. With that completed, we wrapped things up for the year in December, and now I'm back here end of May, start of June. So in the time that I've been gone, the rose bush that was growing on either side of the chimney has been trimmed back, and since that was trimmed back, it has revealed some rotten weatherboards. So those are on the agenda. We need to fix those. We've got some fence alterations to do to jazz the place up a bit more, and we've got a fence and a gate to build where the driveway meets the road. So we're going to jump into it and hope you enjoy.
Your heart and I won't let you down. Yeah, maybe we can dance the night away. You got me feeling like a hurricane. 'Cause nothing's stopping me. You're all that's on my mind. Think I've got fire. This moment never ends. Can we pretend that time is frozen? 'Cause it's so my heart and you know what I want is you. Yes, you. I wanna say that all I want is you now. Maybe we can dance the night away. That's what I wanna do now. I want you to stay right here with me. Think I've got fire running through my veins. 'Cause when you touch me, I burst into flames. I don't know what it is you do to me. Now we're just dancing in this burning room. There's something in the way you look at me that tells me you are all I'm ever need.
Alright guys, I just want to interrupt the video to say if you're new here or if you're a returning viewer and you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way to helping me out, grow the channel, and help support me to make videos like this and chase the dream. So Hopefully I'm not asking too much, and we'll let you get back to the video. So what you can see us doing here is just cutting out some chipboard to get the shape of the roof right, and once we are happy with that, we've got something physical that we can trace, either with a pencil or a router and a copycat bit. We just did it the old-fashioned way with a pencil and some simple power tools, which is just a jigsaw and a circular saw. Now there was a little bit of extra sanding to do, which would have taken a little while with a palm sander, so what I like to use in those situations is a flap disc in an angle grinder. It really lets you remove a lot of material quickly. Once we were happy with the shape, we came up with a bit of a production line to smash all of these out, and after we had cut them all out, we gave them a quick coat of paint just while it was easy, because if we had have installed them and painted them later, chances are we would have got paint all over the roof. Now these pieces of timber that we're cutting out are not just for good looks, they're actually structural, so we put our hockey stick shapes in. I'm not sure of the technical term for that, but basically they support some trimmers as well, which is glorified noggins, and those can be screwed into from above if you were interested in doing that, but the roof is already installed, so we don't need to add any extra screws. This is more just to make the roofing system structural so that we can get up there and work on the weatherboards above it. Now that the framing's finished, it's out with the old labourer, in with the new. We can set up the scaffold, start peeling off the weatherboards and replace them with some new ones. As you can see here, I'm starting to piece together some new gates, and those are going to match the existing gates on the property. Now, one thing that might not be immediately obvious is that I've made myself a really big square, and I'm using that as a jig to make up my gates. I've got about 6 gates to make, so this is going to prove pretty helpful. With the nails, they're just temporary. They help me hold everything in position, and then I'll come back later with some big screws and screw it all off. Now stick around for the next video, because in that video I go into a bit more detail about bracing gates and how to build them and just the logic behind that. As you can see in this time lapse here, I actually installed the gate in the wrong position and had to flip it over halfway through that time lapse just so that the brace was acting on the bottom hinge, and in a nutshell that's exactly where it should be acting on. So once I had the gates built, I could just come up with a pretty simple latch system, which was just a sliding piece of timber that located into the post. Now we finished off the weatherboards. That's it for the structural work in this episode, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to move on to the fencing, starting at the house, and then we'll wind up at where the driveway meets the street. So I just want to say, if you cast your memory back to episode 4, when we did all the sheep paddock fencing, the old fence that was there was just star pickets and chicken wire, and there's a lot of those elements still left behind in other areas of the house. So because we've done so many changes to the fencing and the way that we keep the sheep out of all the areas where there's produce being grown, those changes mean that there are some other areas that are redundant now. So we're going to strip back those areas that are redundant and try bring a bit more beauty back to the place, because to be honest, chicken wire is not the best looking thing. So we're going to jump into that now, as well as a few other odd jobs. Alright guys, thanks for sticking around to the end. Just want to say thanks for watching, especially if you've watched the whole series. If you haven't watched the whole series, go back to the start from episode 1. You should see how this place looked when we first got here. So apart from that, if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. It goes a long way to helping me, and hope to see you on the next video.